This is the third iteration of a F-35, the C model, which is the Navy version, designed for carrier-based operations. Hello, I am Kobey from Hearns Hobbies, and today I'm coming at you with another unboxing, this time the Italeri F-35C Lightning II. This is the third iteration of a F-35, the C model, which is the Navy version, designed for carrier-based operations. This is molded in grey plastic, it comes with masks, it's 1/72nd scale, and Italeri wanted to beat the other competitors to the market in this scale, so they've given us this kit here in my hands, which I'm going to have a look at. It'll come with 4 schemes in the box. Really nice box art. That is an incredibly realistic looking box art for a painting. They've done really well with that. I'm not sure if it's real or if it's been AI filtered or whatnot, but yeah, it's got like a bunch of really cool detail on it. Really striking. It's got the wings in the folded up position, how they park them on the carrier. And these things are huge. They have a dual nose wheel for the landing gear, much beefier gear on them. They've just got a wider body. So yeah, they are, when you put it up against like an A model F-35, they do just look like 10 to 15% bigger. So opening the box, first thing you met with are the instructions and the color diagram, I presume. Yeah, painting guide, which we'll look at first. We've got some plastic as well, 1 bag, 2 bag, and that's it. Start with the fun stuff. Die cut masks and user manual. Here you go. You got like a really nice kind of front and back to the thing here. And this is almost a kit in itself, really. I'm going to have to just pull this thing out so you know what you're looking at, because it is a little bit confusing even for myself not seeing these black sheets in front of me. As you can see, these black sheets have been pre-cut to fit your model with all of the sensor patterns and whatnot. So as you can see, that would be for the fuselage spine of the aircraft, the nose section, around the bomb bay doors. All these lines correlate to the 2 different types of grey that these aircraft are painted in actually. That's looking like the underside near the jet engines, a couple on the wings, I presume. That's around the middle bit of the bomb bay. That would be where the sensor is, where all the feed to the helmet goes. And you're probably thinking, oh my god, I gotta guess where all these things go. No, so this is what I just pulled out before with all these colors, right? So this green correlates to the green here on the top of the aircraft. And then you have your canopy masks and whatnot. It's asking for some liquid mask. You can just use regular tape as well for that one if you like. Around the bomb bay areas, I believe it's built up in 4 parts, as you can see there. So that's pretty interesting, good to note. So there's a little bit of a guessing game with this thing, but other than that, I think it's pretty alright. And that is obviously printed in yellow, what these things are, these black sheets. So let's pop those away. I've had enough talking about the masks, which are the pretty much selling point of this kit. F-35C Lightning, opening it up, you met with your decals. Now you've got a pretty regular decal sheet because you've got all of those masks. Usually they'll come with a bunch of decals for those sections, like I think Meng do it. But nicely labeled. You've got your 4 schemes here, A, B, let me zoom in a bit. A, B, C, and D, and then you've got common parts, common stencils for the aircraft, and then these are for all of your munitions, so the gun pod decals, GBUs, AM9Xs, and AM120s. They're the decals for those, and these are in fact printed by Cartograph. Or Cartograph. I'm going to just start calling it Cartograph. Cartograph. Just like the Carto train, model train world. Okay, so we have got parts breakdown here. Make sure you've got all of the parts that you need in the kit. the 2 sprues with the fuselage and the wings, all the ordnance, the canopy. Starting off, you'll be needing to choose a version before your assembly, and I presume this has to do with the holes. So if you want the hard points for the weapons to display bombs or missiles, you'll need to drill out these holes. And then we're going into the intake area, starting off with those. Straightforward landing gear, this will be left and right, and then that is being dropped in there. That is your tail hook, your arrestor hook for the aircraft. And then we're coming into the cockpit, which is a couple of parts, and then you're putting that in. It looks like there are some, what are these? Throttles and control, yokes and whatnot, and some rudder pedals to go in there, potentially, I believe. Oh no, these ones are for the canopy. My mistake. Those will be for posing your canopy open. This is the engine made up of 5 parts. Putting those 2 together, you can do the closed version of the landing hook if you like. Coming to the tail assembly and also the wing assembly. So this is the folded wings version where you have the wings folded up. There's obviously a different part that you have to put in here with those. Or the extended wing version where I think the tail remains pretty much the same, but it's just the part here that is a bit different. Putting that on. Putting the flaperons on and ailerons, and the nose gear being put in, being assembled. Quite a few more parts on this one. All of your munitions, the gun pod, the GBUs, which will be stored in the internal bomb bay doors. And then also some AM9s, I believe. Bomb bay doors being installed. More bomb bay doors the other side. Landing hook, open version. Okay, so you have to put the cover on, and then you're going to be making up the wheels, left and right, all of the hard points, and then here are some more GBUs to be put onto the aircraft. There's also a dolly. There's a dolly system that you can build up so that you can build potentially a diorama. Here we have got the ejection seat being built, which is one of the last things you're going to do, which is fairly common for the F-35 model kits. Putting the canopy on, and there you go. Closed cockpit versus open cockpit version, and there's a couple of small sensors that you need to place on. Now these are your schemes. So this is a common parts scheme here, and it's looking like decal versions. You'll need to be familiar with. And then this is just a little bit of information about the 4 different versions you get. So Black Knights, they used F-14s, I'm pretty sure, in the 90s. Argonauts, not too sure about them. Warhawks and Rough Riders. And then they've even included a color diagram for painting the munitions. All right, we'll have a quick look into the parts. So this sprue contains all of your weapons that you will need to build up if you're looking to put those on the model. And your clear plastic is in fact tinted, which is nice. You don't have to go spray that with a clear paint to get the tint of the F-35 canopy. And then here we go, we've got a pretty nice detail for the bomb bay area. This is all new tooling as well. Very, very thick molding of the tape. I would probably take a sanding sponge to this to just, I don't know, lighten it off a little bit, as it does look a little bit thick. But yeah, it's nice, nice enough. It's just very thick on the sides there, as you can see. Same as the top as well. If you ever look at one of these airplanes, they don't really stick up like this. It's just more of a tape or a color, or it's very subtle. So if you were to hit this with a very light, like 1500 sanding paper, then this would work. You also have quite nice engine detail, nice wheel detail here, brake calipers on the other side, all molded in very nice scale. And yeah, there you go. So my final thoughts on the kit are, I think it'd be nice for like an intermediate modeler, someone who's looking for something to go alongside at the moment their F-35A and B in 72nd scale, which to me both do. I think Italeri have done one as well, but this will just be a nice little kit to go along with them. It will present to be a really nice model once painted and everything, and it is nice that they have included those masks. It is a lot of work, but it would be a very, very rewarding job at the end of it. So yeah, that's been the pretty quick review on the 1/72nd scale F-35C by Italeri, which is a new model. I hope you've enjoyed, learned something. If you're looking to purchase this kit, have fun. We'll see you sometime soon. We'll see you in the next video, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Cheers from Hearns Hobbies. Cheers guys, bye.